So, hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you know, guys, I am reading a novel, a English Seeger love story, and daily I send a summary of of every chapter of this novel. So, right now, I am giving the summary of fifth chapter of this novel. Uh, if you don't have seen the previous video and the summary of previous video, then please go through the video and check it. I have already mentioned it. So right now I am discussing the summary of fifth chapter. Basically, it's talk about the physical relationship between Oliver Barrett and Jennifer Cavallari. Uh, so now, uh, there was nothing more significant than those kisses. As and Oliver said, this was not a standard procedure as far as I was concerned. Oliver is talking to himself. "Hmm, uh, if you were to tell, you here mention about the reader. If you were to tell any of a dozen girl at a tower that Oliver had been dating a young lady daily for 3 weeks and had not slept with her, they surely have laughed and severely cautioned the femininity of a girl involved. But of course, the actual fact was quite different. Uh, and don't misunderstand or take too literally. He said, I knew all the moves. Oliver said, I cannot control my feelings and emotion about making them. He said, Jenny was so smart, and Jenny was so smart, and that he was afraid she might laugh at what he had traditionally considered the safe romantic. Safe romantic means charming, polite, elegant. Oliver was considering the safe romantic, and he have fear that she will laugh at me when she comes to know about that. And Oliver was also afraid of being rejected. Oliver was afraid of being accepted for the wrong reason, and he was nervous that I felt different about Jennifer. Uh, and didn't you want didn't you want to say or even who to ask about it? And Jenny heard all the words of Oliver, and she said, you should have asked me. um, uh, I had these feelings for her. He said, I had these feelings for her. um, After this conversation, they were in a room on a Sunday afternoon, and they both are reading. Oliver, Jenny said to Oliver that you are going to leave if you just sit there and watching me study. He said, I am not watching you study. I am studying. I'm not one, ठीक है. Jenny said, you are looking at my legs. Oliver said, only once in a while, each chapter. He said that book was extremely short chapter. Uh, Jenny said, listen, you are extremely self-standard. You are not that great looking. Means Jenny talk about him. You are not so handsome and at all. Uh, he said, I know, but can I help it if you think so? Mm, he threw down his books and crossed the room to where she was sitting. Uh, he said, um, he said to Jenny that how can I read a book when every single second I am dying to make love to you. Oliver was expressing their feelings and love towards Jenny and shared with her, and and he was crouching by her hair. She looked back into her book, and she closed her book softly, put it down, then placed her hands on the side of his neck. It all happened at once. It was so when Jenny was putting her hand on the Oliver neck, Oliver feeling it was all so soft, so slow and so gentle. He said, "I never realized that she was the real Jenny." Uh, but what truly shocked her, but truly shocked him was his own response, his own reaction. He was gentle, he was tender. He was also asking to himself that was this the real Oliver Barrett. He said, I had never seen Jenny with so much as her sweeter open. Um, Hmm. Said Robin, and he asked to Jenny, and that we made love, and um, we made love of that lovely afternoon. Um, and she inquired to her what her priest might have to say about her being in bed together, and so forth. She answered that she had no priest. Um, Oliver said, "You are not a good Christian religion girl." Uh, Oliver asked to her, and she said, "I am a girl. I am good." Mm. She looked at him for confirmation, and he smiled. She smiled back, and then she also wear a dress where no less. She he asked to her about her dress, and she explained that it had been her mother's. She wore it on a sentimental reasons, not for a religious. mm, Now Jenny asked to Oliver, "Did I tell you that I love you?" And Oliver said, "No, Jenny." Then Jenny asked, "Why don't you ask me?" Yeah, Oliver said, "I am afraid to asking that." Um, uh, and now she allowed him to ask to her. Uh, she asked to Jenny. Now she allowed her to ask to Oliver asked, "Do you love me, Jenny?" And she looked at him, and was not being evasive when she answered, and she was answering, and she said, "What do you think, Oliver?" Oliver said, "I guess maybe." uh, Oliver kissed her neck. um, she said, "I don't just love you, I love you very much, Oliver." And this is the end of the fifth chapter of the summary. So thank you, friends, for watching my video, for listening my video.